Very loud.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
We do have assigned seats.
Want everyone to know I'm here, I'm live, I'm
Super.
resident.
Okay, so I'm not gonna say AM. I did that once before.
Oh.
My clock shows 7 PM. So we'll call the meeting to order. The meeting of the Board of Finance, December 19th. And for roll call, Dottie, we have 5 here in the room and Brian on Zoom. So we have all members present. Item 2 is the approval of the minutes from the November 21st meeting.
Make a motion, we approve those minutes?
Steve has a motion to approve. Is there a second?
I'll second.
Dave has the second. Any discussion about the minutes from the November 21st meeting? Comments, concerns? Okay, hearing none, all in favor of accepting the meeting minutes as presented, say aye. Aye, opposed? Okay, the minutes are good. Item 3, correspondence. There's nothing on the agenda, however, per the usual monthly cadence, we did receive Bill's update for the town. And then just today, if you haven't seen it, our tax collector, Mr. Anderson, sent his monthly report. Anything else that anyone received or I may have missed? Okay, moving on to item 4, citizen comments. We'll start in the room. Any citizens in the room would like to make a comment? I think so. We'll move on to the Zoom. Are there any citizens on Zoom? It looks like Linda has her hand up.
Oh, no, that's just,
No,
That's
Linda
me
does not
cursor.
have her hand up. Amy has her cursor there. Are there any citizens on Zoom that would like to make a
Brian was
comment?
talking, but I think he was muted.
Yeah.
Nope, I'm all set.
Okay. Okay, hearing none, we'll move on to item 5, selectmen update. Amy, floor is yours.
okay. Good evening. I just wanted to share a few items. I don't have a lot to share tonight. The first being that we did approve a legal notice for a town meeting on January 22nd. And the agenda items for that town meeting include the modification to the annual town meeting ordinance, which would state that we have to have the annual town meeting no later than the first Monday in May. And the second is a brand new ordinance that used to be just a policy. And we were corrected that it could not just be a policy, that we had to adopt an ordinance concerning purchases and sales within the town. So this will replace the old policy. So both of those, the modification and the new ordinance are available for viewing in the town clerk's office, and we'll also be publishing it on the website for people to view. Winter has officially begun with a couple of storms. So also has begun, every time there's a storm, I worry about the salt budget. So it just happens from being in this position, but you all probably feel the same way. We did have a tough time in that first storm, that had more significant snowfall, because one of our 9-ton plow trucks did break down on Porter Plain Road. It had to be towed. So those were expenses that Joe just couldn't fix it on the side of the road. Because it was an electrical issue, an electronics issue. But on another note, we finally got the new 9-ton that we had ordered 2 years ago. So that landed a couple days after that. I do want to give a shout out to Joe Tasek, our Public Works Director. His dedication, his level of dedication is unmatched. We are currently without a mechanic. So Joe is doing double duty. Not only is he the director right now, but he's frantically struggling to try to keep all of the equipment in top shape, to keep everything on the road for the next snow or ice event. He's just a really dedicated employee, and the town is very lucky to have him. And lastly, the developer for the 929 Mill project, John Gumpert, was here at Town Hall on Monday. And he does believe that he's confident that work will finally begin in the spring or summer of this year. What's been holding him back is an issue with the Department of Labor and prevailing wages. So back in 2021, if you recall, we were awarded a $2 million brownfield grant cleanup for the cleanup of the mill site. And between issues with the current owner of the mill and issues now with prevailing wage, it's held up us finalizing that grant. But we do believe we'll be finalizing it within the coming months. And like I said, John Gumpert is confident that work will finally begin on cleanup at that site. So things will finally be underway and we'll start seeing progress there. And that's really all I have, except for to let everybody know Merry Christmas.
Thank you. Yes, Dave.
Just one question regarding the ordinance on purchasing and sales.
Yep.
What will be the new minimum requiring
Oh, God,
of
it's
town
been a
vote?
while since we approved it. I believe it was 25,000.
Is that the new one?
That's for the new
Being
ordinance.
recommended.
The old one was 10.
Yes. Okay,
The
thank you.
state wouldn't require any more than that. That was the limit on what we could.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Any other questions for Amy? Okay, moving on to item 6, school district update, Melinda.
Well, happy holidays, everybody. I want to dovetail on what Amy said about Joe. He is vital to making decisions around delaying and canceling school. I called him, first snowstorm and the last, and he's there at 3 in the morning, already monitoring the situation, has good information for me, and very often is driving the truck. As he's speaking to me. So, you know, I can't thank him enough. He's very thorough. He's the best I've worked with in this town and actually career-wise. So, you know, thank you, Joe, so much. Our enrollment currently is holding steady at 800 students. We have 355 students at Mary R. Fisher. That was down 1 student from last month. The middle school's holding steady at 263, and we added a student at Turtle Rock Memorial High School to a total of 181. And so we still are holding steady with 800 students. We had a wonderful open house for 7th and 8th grade families. Kudos to our faculty and staff, but more importantly, our students who did a wonderful job of explaining our career pathways, our program of study, and then giving tours to the new families coming in or potential families coming in. It was very well received. However, Brian might be able to appreciate this. The only negative comment that was made was about the lockers. And we got more comments about the lockers from families and potential students. So the principal wanted me to make sure I mentioned that. At the building committee meeting, they did approve a contractor for HVAC. I can't remember the name of the contractor.
Airtime.
Okay. And work is anticipated to start probably sometime in February. The one thing that we've alerted both the Board of Ed and certainly our families and teachers is that there will be disruption. The work will have to happen because there's a tight timeline. As you know, monies have to be spent by December 30th of 2025. So we're going to be off to the races and making sure that that gets done. So classes might have to be relocated, but we have a plan for that. And as long as we stay ahead of the workflow, I think it'll be good. And we obviously have to inform the families. A lot of merriment at Thompson Public Schools over the past couple of weeks, especially this week. Wonderful concerts. Our music program is second to none. We've developed a string program at the elementary school, a elementary band program, and we're really building that music program to something that is quite phenomenal. And if anyone was at the elementary concert, it was just over the top. So I thank all of our music educators for that. Made Thompson really proud that day. And the high school is always phenomenal. Some bad news. Our special education budget is trending over 900,000 above budget. That's primarily because of out-of-district placement and on-site support services that we've had to add additional educators and support service providers. We do anticipate excess costs to come in and offset that by about $300,000. However, next month, after the board meeting in January, I will be back with a formal letter informing the Board of Finance that we are anticipating to be significantly over in special education. The district has a hard freeze, but we're only halfway through the year. We're still in the black. However, what we have left in the budget, I'm fearful that it's not going to take us to the end of the year. So we have given everyone a hard freeze, and we're watching every penny that goes by. Hardly any purchase orders have gone by in the last 6 weeks.
Right.
So we are slowing that down, but I'm very concerned, and I know that line is going to be significantly over. It's out of district placements, kids that have moved in, or CF placements.
To clarify, you used the word trending 900. You're not at 900. If you're, that's a projection.
Oh,
If-
no.
If you stay where you are,
So,
We are projecting to be 930,000.
projecting based on current trajectory of
Exactly.
where you're.
Current enrollment.
Okay.
yeah,
And that
unless for some
includes-
reason services change for students,
Correct.
right, or they move out.
Both directions.
So that number includes all students that are currently in the
Yeah.
district and their related.
Nothing changed up to today and we continue at the rate we are today. That's where you're gonna land.
Exactly.
Okay.
That's
Thank you.
24 students currently out of district.
Any questions for Melinda from the group, from the board?
Just a comment.
Yes.
Nice to mention Joe being up at 3, driving the truck, but you're calling him at 3. That's amazing too. So thank you for.
I don't call him at 3, I call him at 4.
No problem.
And I'll say the cookie bribery during the open house was pretty good too.
Yeah, I owe him some cookies for sure.
The kids were coming out and we happened to rotate last into culinary. And they were like, you can take whatever's left. And like, you should have seen the parents. They were the first ones, like, to get the cookies from the students. And they were all talking about, you know, how it was. It was, the open house was really good. And it was funny, Brian, because the locker comment was actually made behind me
Oh,
by one of the parents. So I heard it too, and I was gonna say something, so.
Great. Any other comments or questions from Melinda? Okay, hearing none, we'll move on to item 9, Turtle Lot Fund update. Bill, do you wanna?
You wanna give?
Oh, no, not number 9. Number 8. I checked that off. Sorry about that, Bill.
Trying to make it a quick.
You guys are trying to
Done with the
perform.
bad news.
Excellent, I had no questions.
I'll do my part.
Sorry, Bill.
Property taxes, things are moving along very well. You may have noticed if you had a chance to look at Scott's report, collection of prior year taxes and interest and liens jumped up this month because we had a significant back taxpayer come in to the tune of 100,000 plus, who settled up in November. So that's why you see the jump in prior year taxes and interest and liens. So that's obviously always great to see. No new news on state and federal grants this month. We actually had nothing come in. But that's just timing. Local revenue, nothing new from our last report. And investment income continues to be strong. I think there was another 18 or 19,000 of investment this month, so hopefully we are on track to meet that budget number. Expenses committed right now, 6.3 million or 64% of the full year budget. I do have a couple other quick updates. On the audit side, the financial statement audit continues to progress. They've been relatively quiet because after us, they move and they do field work in a couple of subsequent towns, but I have their grant auditor has been in touch with us and the grant audit is underway too, so more fun there. From a budget perspective, the BOE templates have been returned to finance from all the departments within the district. And the initial BOE budget the initial budget review meetings have started. Poor Melinda certainly had her fill of me this morning. I think we went for 2.5 or 3 hours straight. and she has a binder about this thick to pour through.
It's my homework.
Yeah, line item veto.
Merry Christmas.
So that's off and running. On the town side, the templates go out in early January and they turn them back in second or third week of January. Amy and I had our budget planning meeting yesterday. So that process will continue and hopefully will improve again, over last year like we did the previous year. I did hear back from the attorney on the school roof reimbursement funds. We do have to use those funds to pay that specific debt down. You may recall from the last meeting, I was trying to see if maybe perhaps we could use that to pay off some of the higher interest debt that's newer. Unfortunately, the way the item was written, it has to go to that specific debt. So I'll be working with the bank to arrange that payoff. Playground funds. Ms. Bolte wanted me to let you know that the full amount has been received, that the $20,000 advance will be refunded back to the town, and that the PTO says thanks. She's not on there, is she?
No, she couldn't. She told me that at the she told me,
Live, she sent Tira after me to make sure I let you know.
she told me at the concert to make sure that the group was aware.
The message has been delivered.
Okay.
Their goal was year end. That's
Yeah,
why.
We're here,
Yeah, that was great to see.
We have a few more reimbursements coming.
Hmm.
Some vehicles, I believe, or equipment from the
For emergency management.
emergency management. fire
Yes.
marshal. Okay, any questions or comments for Bill? Okay, Bill, I'll never skip you again. Item 9, Turtle Lot fund update.
I did not write the numbers down this month, but I do recall that it was up approximately. It was $35,000 or $40,000 from last month, which brings the balance to, I want to say, 1.8 or 1.9. 2.8 or 2.9, sorry, yeah. So that was good news.
That was prior to yesterday.
Yes, that's as of November 30th.
That's right.
And projects that are associated with that are underway. The lift has been ordered for the ADA compliance into Rascavage. The draperies have been ordered and should be installed by February because we have an event that we're hoping to host the CNA pinning. So we talked to the vendor this week and they said they would be installed by then. The sound system's been installed. So, yeah.
Do we need to approve any more funds? I thought I have 100,000 on my mind.
That was approved.
That was.
The 100,000 was approved.
Yes.
But if the speakers, the lift and the drapes are in excess of that, we need to move more
We
money.
would have to move more money, right?
So we should probably tee that up. I don't know how much more, but the drapes
Yeah.
alone will exceed that. So I thought it was 100,000. That was in the.
We can get that number for you tomorrow.
Well, it's not like timing urgent that we do
Yeah.
it today, but within the next few months, we should get that.
But you're right, it's over 100, a little bit over 100,000.
We just tie out what we brought, what was approved, whatever the shortfall, and we have to bring over the rest of it. I don't know if the board of trustees for the Turtle Lot Foundation has approved that, and then it comes in. Maybe we'll just add that to January or February. Am I correct, Bill? It just needs to be cleaned up. It needs to be buttoned up by the end of the year.
Sure. Yep.
Okay, any other comments or questions on the Turtle Lot Fund? Okay, hearing none, we'll move to new business. Not on the agenda, I don't know of any. So old business. We'll loop through citizen comments again. If there's anyone in the room? No one in the room. Anyone on Zoom that has a citizen comment at this time? No one on Zoom. Board of Finance member comments. Are there any Board of Finance members that have a comment at this time?
Happy holidays.
Yep,
That's your whole comment, Ryan? Yep.
Brian, you're
happy
good?
holidays. I was out giving food baskets for the Putnam Elks tonight. So got home quick, but happy holidays to everybody.
You too, Brian. You
You too,
too.
Brian.
Anyone else? Okay,
Happy and healthy new year. Is this your last one until you come back?
I'm not sure if I'm going yet.
Oh,
I
okay.
mean, it's up in the air.
Okay, I was gonna say, enjoy.
I hope to.
Okay, we'll enjoy.
there's no other Board of Finance member comments. Is there a
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
motion to adjourn?
Second,
Seconded by Steve. All in favor?
aye.
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 Thank you, Brian.
Thank you. Merry Christmas.
Everybody,
Yeah.
so long,
Look how quick
everyone.
it goes when you're not here.